Hi, this is my daughter's channel, but an incident took place earlier this afternoon that I couldn't let pass. There is a lovely gentleman just down the road, and he likes to feed the cats. You can see some of the produce that he has supplied for the local street cats. And of course, they get their nourishment from this gentleman and ourselves. We often feed the cats in our local area. However, an incident did take place earlier that I'm going to talk about shortly. Before I do, though, here are just some pros and cons of feeding street cats because I know this is a bone of contention for many people. A lot of people get upset when you feed the local street cats and they will argue with you about this. Some people see it as a positive thing, which, how can it not be a positive thing? Certainly the sentiments of feeding them must be there. Here's just a quick outline of these. So, do have a little read through these. You might want to pause the screen and look at them. But like I say, today, really, I want to just talk about the incident that took place. So, in that area, many cats gathered, maybe 11 or 12, and they were enjoying the free food, of course, as they would. And everything was going fine. My daughter and I were watching from our apartment window, looking up this road here, and then two cats got involved in a fight. They were actually following the person who fed them, maybe looking to see if they could be adopted by the gentleman. I'm not sure, but the one cat lashed out and must have caught the jugular vein or carotid artery or something in the cat, because the cat actually went into a spasm and died. The gentleman, to his credit, he got a box immediately, started to dig this hole. That was too hard, that ground, so he moved a little bit closer to the shaded area where he managed to dig a shallow grave. And of course you can see that here, but it was very distressing at the time, and obviously my daughter was certainly affected. I had to sit down with her and talk her through this. But there's no doubt about it. I can't imagine that the other cat meant to kill the cat. I think it wasn't a genuine accident. It was a cat fight, but unfortunately the cat did perish. So I wanted to get into really the correct way to dispose of the cat. So this gentleman did a good job, really, because immediately he knew that he had to do something, and he managed to get the cat onto a cardboard box, and then he took it over to an appropriate spot for a burial. Next thing he did was he dug the hole. Didn't have a shovel or anything. He was just using his hands. I have to credit him with that. My daughter's just going to talk through actually some of the things that you have to do. So
Number 1, prepare a suitable location.
it is very important to bury the cat in an appropriate place. It can't be near anything that could be contaminated, such as local water sources. Of course, it has to be on land that is public. Okay, it can't be somebody's private property, so that's an issue as well. And for your own help, it should be soft ground so that you can dig deep enough.
Number 2, dig a hole.
Now, of course, if you have access to a shovel or spade, then you're going to want to dig the hole at least 3 feet deep, I would recommend, because otherwise you're going to get scavengers digging up the remains, especially when they start to smell the carcass.
Number 3, wrap the cat's body.
So if you can do this, this would be a very respectful thing to do. So I suppose the human equivalent of black bagging the body. In the incident today, that wasn't really possible, but certainly in hindsight, that would have helped in terms of the smell from the body that's decomposing, and also for respect for the cat.
Number 4, place the cat in the grave.
Yeah, again, the gentleman earlier, I could see he was doing his best. He had the poor cat on a cardboard box, and then he kind of rolled it off into the hole. So perhaps wasn't treated with care and respect, but I won't put that on the man. The man did what he could in the circumstances.
Number 5, cover the grave.
Yeah, and to the gentleman's credit today, he covered up the body completely and just put a few rocks on there. And as I say, my daughter and I just got down at that point, and we added some rocks there just to make sure that creatures wouldn't be digging around that area. But all in all, it was a really tragic incident. I really believe it was an accident. Like I said, I can't believe that the cat would have intended to kill the other cat. I think it was just a territorial thing. But these things can happen, and I just wanted to let people know the steps to take if you find yourself in that situation, because it was new to me, new to my daughter, and I'm sure new to the gentleman who was burying the cat. But hopefully you found this video useful. So I'm not going to ask you to like, subscribe, any of that nonsense, because this is a genuine video. It's meant for information purposes only. And again, a very, very sad incident. And let's hope that cat's in a better place now.